So, in part one, you know the Mongolian people, the White Scars,
Mm-hmm.
guys that like to go fast.
Mm-hmm.
I accidentally called them the Laughing Warriors. They're actually the Laughing Killers.
Okay. They're still laughing though.
Still laughing, yeah. Um, Another thing I forgot to mention is the Tau.
Okay.
I forgot to mention the Tau. The Tau are many people myself included don't actually get into the Tau because they think it's completely different to the Warhammer, Space Marines and all that stuff is very grim dark, very gothic style. The Tau's technology are very futuristic, so it's the differences between the two is literally night and day. So to have like one dark, depressing war universe, and the other side have like bright colors, white and red ships, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But the Tau, people actually compare them to weeaboos because they like mechs.
Okay.
They love their mech shit. They love their mechs.
Okay.
So people compare them to like anime fans. Another thing is they actually compare them to communists.
Oh.
Yeah. The funniest thing is they're quote unquote the most friendly of all the races.
Wow.
Hi, we're the Tau. We are actually trying to declare peace with all people in the galaxy. Would you like to join us? Nah, I'm good.
What did you say?
Yeah. I said we're gonna have fucking peace. And also another thing about the Tau is this is actually weird compared to the other things. They tried to, well, they didn't succeed, but that doesn't mean they didn't attempt this. They have tried to make their own Space Marine.
How did that go?
I have no fucking idea.
Oh, okay.
All I know is that the town wanted to make their own Space Marines. Which would actually be pretty fucking cool. Looking at the images, actually it makes me wonder, imagine if we had Space Marine versions of all the other races. Imagine like a Space Marine orc. Oh, technically we already have those with the mechanobs, but yeah.
Wow.
Another thing is, I forgot to mention is, remember I told you that Warhammer, well, World of Warcraft has borrowed some stuff from Warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can already see that because, for the Horde and for the Alliance, that's clearly going to be based off for the Emperor.
Yeah.
Another thing is, in the Chaos Gods, they have like Chaos Demons, but they have like a bigger demon, and these demons are meant to represent the Chaos God, right? So you know how like Zeech has like a two-headed bird?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a demon that's meant to represent like the power and just the embodiment of the Chaos God. The one that Korn has, kind of not only looks more like a devil than any other thing you've seen in it, but it kind of looks like Kil'jaeden, which is a demon in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of connects the dots, kind of. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot. I'm just telling you the little snippets of what I know.
Yeah.
There's thousands.
You know what you know.
I know what I know, but there's hundreds of lore in
Yeah.
in Warhammer.
There's like loads and loads of weapons. in
Oh yeah.
Warhammer. And it's not just guns, but like there's hammers, there's the sword. What was it? This half sword, half chainsaw.
Chainsword, yeah.
Chainsword. They're pretty awesome. You've got like flamethrowers. You just get like pistols that have like the most giant bullets ever.
Yeah.
To the point you don't need like assault rifles. Just a pistol with a giant boulder, like a giant bullet, will just do the trick.
Yeah.
Um.
People have actually people have actually said that the bullets are actually the same size as like monster cans.
Oh God.
They're not.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, they're not. Apparently there's an image showing you the same size of how big a Warhammer bullet is. Still fucking big. I don't give a fuck if it's bigger or smaller than a monster can. It's still pretty fucking huge. And also it has a delayed explosion, so if you shoot it and it hits something, it blows up. You know what I mean?
So it just reminds me of that scene from Avengers where Hawkeye shoots Loki and Loki catches the arrow and it just like a later delay of an explosion.
Yeah. He grabs it and he's just like, oh, come on, really? And then yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing I forgot to mention, and how can I, because I've just recently got this in my army, so I can finally put it with my Black Templars, is a dreadnought.
Okay.
A dreadnought is basically, the only, like, some Space Marines, if not all, believe, I am a servant to the Emperor. My duty ends with death, right?
Very patriotic.
Very patriotic and very righteous.
Yeah.
But some of them believe that death is too soon to stop serving the Emperor. So if you're a great, if you're a great warrior and you've done great, they would basically come over to your pretty much like a quarter of your body sawn in half, or like half of your body just ripped into pieces, grab whatever's left of you and say, this bit's good, shove it in a coffin, and then that coffin just so happens to have arms and legs and guns. That's what a dreadnought is. It's basically a walking coffin with guns and missiles. But yeah, there's literally a scene in Space Marine 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you and your friends are like walking down this hallway, and like this chaos dreadnought comes after you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a dreadnought just breaks through, like fights him, shoves the gun inside him, and just like.
Oh
And
yeah.
then throws him, and then turns to you, and is just like, "Where is the heretic scum?" The bro literally killed a chaos tank, turned to you and said, "I want more." And honestly,
I wanna venture at the great white somewhere.
yeah,
It's like that for being the beast. It has a warhammer. Oh my god, I would love to see that.
I want to venture in the great white. It's just a bunch of orcs looking. Look at that water, so peculiar.
What was it, like Space Marines are going after the orcs, but they sing the mob song from Beauty and the Beast.
There's a tyrannid.
Kill the beast, kill the beast.
Kill the Necron! Kill the Necron!
To be fair, we're not doing.
Yo, Gaston, isn't this too much? Shut up!
This is nothing serious. We're not like, will this happen? No, we're just having fun with this.
Yeah. Another thing, remember I told you that the warp is the only way you could. It's basically hyperdrive, right?
Phew. Yeah.
Yeah. Traveling through hell is literally the only way to fast travel in Warhammer.
Well, there's other faster way to go into hell.
Death. Anyway, so one day the orcs traveled into hell, and then they realized that fighting demons is a lot more fun than fighting people because of the way their skulls are shaped. They have more trinkets and loot and like more things to decorate themselves with. So it's gone up to
so it's like you painting Warhammer.
Yeah, so it's gone up to the point where what orcs will do is they would what they used to do is they used to ram into the warp like as much loud noise as possible to basically make themselves like, hey guys, come here, and the demons would be like, okay, let's see what these guys are about, and then they would just start massacring the demons that come on board. What the fuck? Come on board. Orcs have done this so much that it's gone up to the point that every time an orc comes in to the warp, it's just like, oi, you knobheads! Oi, you fucking gits! Come at us! All the chaos demons that hear them just turn the other cheek and put their hands in front of their face like,
don't look at him.
Yeah, if we don't interact with them, maybe they'll leave. Frank, stop fucking looking at them! What's wrong with them? They're orcs. If we don't interact with them, maybe they'll leave. Oh, you gits! I know you fucking heard us! Fuck, they've noticed us. Another thing I forgot to mention is, speaking of orcs, the orc belief system.
Uh-huh.
It works both ways.
Oh, God.
So not only whatever they believe in comes true, whatever they don't believe in really doesn't really affect them. Orc ships have windows.
Ships have windows?
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about like the ships that like bombard. I'm not talking about the ships that like go in and like shoot on a planet. I'm talking like their spaceships, right?
Okay.
They have windows, and they like to pop their heads out of the window.
What, do they have curtains or something?
Yes.
So it's like that scene from Beauty and the Beast where they all say bonjour.
Yeah, but in space. And, there's no...
There better be a shield around the ship, otherwise they're suffocating.
No.
How? What?
Because orcs don't believe... They don't know they need oxygen to survive.
So they don't believe in magic. The thousand sun get wiped out or something. Is that how it is?
That would happen, but you do get weird boys that are basically like orc wizards.
The Weird Boys.
The Weird Boys.
That sounds like a boy band group. The Weird Boys.
So yeah, orcs genuinely believe they don't need... they don't know that space has no oxygen. So if enough of them don't know about it, then it doesn't affect them.
I can imagine them say, in space no one can hear you scream, and then when they kill someone you just don't hear anything.
Yeah. See? In space no one can hear you scream.
So they use...
See? I told you!
So they just use the quote from the Alien trailer, when in space no one can hear you scream.
In space no one can hear you roar!
You know what? You know how in the first video I said Jason Statham should voice the orcs? I got another person.
Oh, fuck.
But actually, I can imagine him like dressed up as the orc because he's done it with Hellboy. Ron Perlman.
Oh, shit.
I can imagine him playing an orc with like makeup. With the makeup.
Yeah,
they did a great job with
live action Warhammer movie.
Yeah, they did a great job with Hellboy. Imagine if the director of Hellboy and Pacific Rim did Warhammer. Actually, I would love to see that.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see the director of Hellboy and Pacific Rim do a Warhammer movie or TV show. I don't know. I don't care. Just give us something.
I don't care. I just want to see an orc movie. I just want to see Ron Perlman do something again.
I want to see. I want to see an orc movie with 100% of the dialogue has never been them saying daggers.
Yeah, I want them to wog. I want them to speak absolute bollocks. I don't want them to have meaningful conversation.
I want it to be a Christmas movie.
You want it to be a Christmas movie?
I want them to sing, "Here we go, here we go,
here we go again." Oh, fucking hell. I've actually got that song on Spotify. Why? Shut up, that's why.
It should be a Christmas musical.
I honestly thought
I want one orc to say down, down, down in Goblin Town like in the Hobbit.
I honestly thought you were making... I honestly thought you were making, fuck, my brain's blank now because of you. What's that one Christmas movie that a lot of people debate it isn't a Christmas movie?
Die Hard?
Yeah. But it is a Christmas movie.
If Nick Mundy directed Warhammer, every character would be played by The Rock. Remember Nick Mundy from Screen Junkies?
Oh yeah!
Every character should be played by The Rock!
Ultramarines! Rock! Alpha Legion! They're already bald, so therefore Rock!
He does
Sons of Horus! Rock!
He does videos like how to fix something. It's like imagine if he's like how to improve Warhammer. Every character played by The Rock.
How to improve Avengers and how to improve Avengers Endgame. Well,
Thanos should be played by The Rock.
Hear me out. Hear me out. What if Professor Hulk was played by The Rock? Now we're getting off fucking topic.
Anyway, back to Warhammer.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I think Warhammer would work as a TV show and that's it, because there's so much lore and there's so much factions in Warhammer that you have to focus on.
Yeah.
Like, this is probably why the World of Warcraft movie didn't do so well, because you were focused on two sides, the orcs and men. Mm-hmm. When World of Warcraft is so much bigger, with so much creatures and like allies and enemies in the world. It's the same with Warhammer. Like, if they do a Warhammer movie, no doubt it's going to be Space Marines and orcs, but there's more to it. There's like the Necrons. There's so many soldiers. Like there's the Guardsmen. There's the Blank Templars. There's the Thousand Sons. There's so many more.
Yeah.
So I think it's best that you make a TV show and make every series based on one faction. Yeah. Like make season 1 based on the orcs, and make season 2 have like the Black Templars, and have like season 3 be about like the Necrons, and like show us their histories and their lore and their beliefs. Yeah. In this case, the orcs have their own belief, which is no belief.
Well, actually, they do have a belief. They believe in... the orcs have two gods. Gork and Mork. One is brutal but cunning. The other is cunning but brutal.
This sounds like a Pinky in the Brain opening song now.
Gork and Mork. Gork and Mork. One's cunning but brutal. The other's brutal but cunning. What the fuck have we done? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. We're so fucking sorry.
No, we're not.
You're right, we're not.
Oh, God.
Another story with the orcs is, there's literally a story where... Fuck yeah. I'm yawning a lot today, Jesus.
Anyway.
Another story I forgot to mention is, with the orcs is, there's a story where there's, like, an orc captain in a war, right? Mm-hmm. And he's, like, running along with his army, and then he accidentally stumbles into a portal that travels him backwards in time. And then he has a great idea. So he tracks down himself in the past, right? kills him just so he can have two versions of his favorite gun.
This sounds like Looper. You know that movie?
Yeah, Looper in the diner.
With Jessica Gordon-Levitt, one is like a guy who gets hired to shoot people when they get teleported, but one of them is actually himself from the future.
Yeah.
It's a long story. It's like him in the past, and he get in the back and in the future. They have technology to send people in the past so you can kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to watch the movie to see what it's all about.
You have to have read the manga to understand. So, yeah.
God, can you imagine if Warhammer was a manga?
Oh god. Oh god. No, there isn't. I mean, there's codexes, but those are either telling you about how to play the game or telling you bits about the story.
Yeah, of course. It's like a Dungeons and Dragons type of game.
I guess you could say that. Yeah,
you roll the dice and.
Yeah, I mean it is very tabletop, so I can see how it.
You roll the dice. Number 5. Let's see. Number 5. Your army has been wiped out. You lose the game. Better not next time. What the hell?
Another thing is I don't know much about playing the tabletop, but I do know this. Two things. Apparently with the Necrons, if you roll high enough, you can resurrect one of your men.
Okay.
Another thing is, if you roll low enough with orcs, there's literally a bit like, if one of your characters is down, you can get like the orc medic to
It's just an orc with a maid outfit.
Fucking hell, Aiden. Just a nurse uniform and a face mask. And
he just looks like the Joker from the Dark Knight.
Have those tiny red beady little eyes.
He just looks like the Joker from the Dark Knight wearing the nurse outfit.
Yeah, and there's literally a thing, if you roll like low enough, or if you don't roll high enough, there's literally a thing where it's just like, he tries to like heal the orc, but he accidentally decapitates him. Oh shit. Or he like accidentally punches a hole through his heart. Weird shit like that. There's other things where it's just like, if you roll low enough with, I think it's like with the bubble gun. It's either the bubble gun or another gun, but if you roll low enough and like an orc has this weapon, it actually blows up and kills him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, orc stuff is really fucking weird.
Oh.
Like we said in part 1, like the rest of, like it's all the other Warhammer universe. Why are we still here? Just to suffer. The Tau. Here we are in the future. The orcs. Welcome to the underground. How were your balls?
You know, I can imagine in the game, orcs are the kind of people that's like magic missile, magic missile, magic missile.
No, just imagine that. You just one of the teams that allows psychers just like shooting lightning at orcs, and then an orc and the enemy team is just like wearing just like this blue, like literally just a house coat, and it's got like sticker stars on it, and he's just like, magic missile, magic missile, magic missile. and it's not even like it just tickles the guy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we've seen Warhammer fan made videos.
Oh yeah, especially that one with I forgot what the Space Marines were called, but I think it's Astartes project or Codex project. I don't know, but it's basically like these Space Marines infiltrating like a cultist, like an enemy group, right?
Oh, I think I remember you showing me that. Yeah.
Just that scene where one of the cultists is like got a machine gun and it's just like, and then one of the Space Marines whips out his last gun and it's just like, it's just a clean shot through him.
Yeah.
That scene where they're fighting like two psychers. It's stuff like that.
It's stuff like that makes me excited for the Warhammer show that Henry Cavill is working on.
If it comes out.
If it is going to see the light of
just
day.
looking at stuff like that, it's just like, I freaking
Warhammer needs some public love.
Fucking love the Warhammer community, man.
Yeah. I'm not going to say every much detail, but I'm just going to say... Was it Black Templars?
Yes.
Black Templars versus furries. I won't say too much, but I've seen that video. I won't say too much, but I've seen that video, and by God, that was something.
This can't be possible. Anyone can admit she's hot. It's a totally normal reaction. Does that make me a furry?
And he's just still scrolling, and the other one like turns the computer off.
I wish to...
You know what? Warhammer Soldiers just reminds me of the Bread Boys for some reason. I don't know why. Warhammer Soldiers are pretty much knights.
Yeah, with me, it's mostly the Dark Angels and the Black Templars, because, like I said, they've got like robes. They have a very they're like crusaders.
Yes.
So just imagine like just imagine like a Dark Angel like scrolling for the internet, and another angel breaks down like the doors to his quarters and says, "Son, are you playing Genshin Impact again? What have I told you? That's heresy. What the hell, Dad?"
No, that's what the son does. Just screams all the time.
Oh God.
I think you mentioned this. You mentioned this in the Attack on Titan video, but for some, I don't know. We can't find this again, but someone did all the openings of Attack on Titan.
Yes.
With Warhammer.
I've literally tried to fucking look this up again.
I don't know if it's been blocked, I don't know if it's been deleted because of copyright, which by the way, copyright, screw you, but...
I don't know what the fuck happened, but I can't find anymore because it was a fucking kick-ass video.
It actually worked. And I have seen videos, in fact one of them was Warhammer, where they use Erwin's speech from Season 3 in Warhammer, and it works so well.
Oh God.
Get the guy who played Erwin to play a Warhammer general.
Jesus
to
Christ.
charge their way into battle, only for them to get killed off.
There is a story about like a general that fight. Oh, I forgot his name. He's very famous though, but there was a thing where he only had like a chainsword and a bolter, like a bolter pistol.
Okay.
And then he came into contact with like the orc, the boss, the big orc.
Uh-huh.
And then they started fighting, and then the big orc ripped his arm off. And then, like, with one swing, the big boss was about to, like, kill him, but then the guy using his chainsword decapitated him and ripped his claw arm, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he replaced his own chopped off arm with an orc, like, claw.
Okay.
And there's literally a scene where he gets captured. There's a scene where he gets captured by orcs, and then they're like, it's basically like they're walking through their base, and it's like, take me to the leader, and then he shows him a ship, because they want him to escape.
Okay.
And then the guy turns on and he's basically like, is this a trick? And then they're basically like, no tricks, you're allowed to leave. And their reason is because good enemies was hard to find.
Ah.
They literally love the guy. There's literally a scene where like one of the orcs smiles at him, and he's just like, "Hey, this was a good war. I'm actually really happy that you were fighting in this war. It really it was exhilarating. It was like." It was good for me. The orc was pretty much like that, and then the general was shitting himself. Thank you so much for the war. It was really exhilarating. It really got my blood pumping. So it just cuts to the general, and the camera panning closer to his face, and it's
with the Vietnam face.
It's just like ear like. and it's drowning out his voice. But it's not just the Vietnam face. He does like that weird angle that all anime characters do when they're about to go insane, where it's just like a weird angle of them looking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know which angle I'm talking about? It's just that while the orc's talking. But yeah, I fucking love Warhammer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's everything my knowledge can talk about.
Yeah.
If I make any mistakes, like...
We're human.
Yeah, we're human. Please correct us. And no, don't be shy to be like...
But don't be too mean.
Don't be too mean. Pointing our fingers together. Don't be too mean. But yeah. We should say this for every video, but if we make mistakes, don't be afraid to correct us.
We have mentioned a few times in videos.
But yeah, comment what your favorite Warhammer faction was, and comment anything Warhammer related.
Oh yeah.
And we love to see your guys' views on like Warhammer stuff.
If you're newcomers, check out Warhammer.
Yeah.
It's a great
great thing to get into.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with that being said,
for the Emperor!